Hello everyone, how are you going? It's been a wet summer here in Gold Coast, but my front yard is looking lush and green, and my succulents are growing so well in my garden. Today, I want to make personalized succulent arrangement pots as gift for two of my friends, Maya and Joanne. I'm thinking about creating some sort of a miniature garden or scenery in each pot. With this polymer clay, I want to make some miniature garden ornaments. They are like the main props in the succulent theater. My friend Maya has been grieving for her missing cat for 7 weeks, so I think I should make a figure of her cat. Hope this can comfort her. After a little bit of kneading and warming to condition the clay, let's get started. I'm trying to aim somewhere in between realistic and cartoonish figure to keep the cuteness but still be able to identify the cat as hers. I'm sculpting the body and the head as one part and making small parts like snout and ears separately, then attaching them on the head. Toothpicks or bamboo skewers are handy for working on details. I'm planning to put the cat on this rock, but hang on, I think I've just made a dog. It doesn't look like a cat. Sorry, I have to fix it. Okay, I think it looks better now. Since Maya's cat is missing now, I don't want this cat to look lonely, so I should put something else with it too. I want this pot to look like a fairy tale forest, so I think adding a cute red mushroom will be nice. And perhaps putting a tiny bumblebee on the mushroom is nicer. It will look like a cat's little friend. For the other friend Joanne, I want to make a lighthouse with this clay. She lives near the beach and used to enjoy the view of beautiful seaway and the lighthouse from her kitchen. But a new apartment was built next to her place, and no longer she can see it from her kitchen window, and she's missing it. So for her, I'm hoping to create some nice beach scenery with a lighthouse in the pot. Okay, my props are all done. They're ready to be in the oven. I've already preheated the oven at 130 degrees Celsius or 275 degrees Fahrenheit. The instructions of the package says bake for 15 minutes per quarter inch of thickness. As I put all of them in the oven at once, I'm gonna have to pull out the ones that are ready first. Once it's baked properly, polymer clay is waterproof and I can paint it. Yay! I'm gonna start painting from light color and move on a deeper color. Also, I paint a piece and move on to the other while I'm waiting for the first one to dry. I've got acrylic paints from different brands here, but I noticed that professional artist grade products are much better to work with this DIY. I'm using Turner acrylic gouache, and this is brilliant. It dries quickly and the color sets on the object so well. Luckily, I got a nice detail paint brush. It's handy to paint small stuff like this. I put a red bow on the cat. I think it's good. Alright, I'm gonna set the ornaments on the rocks. I like using the Arlite epoxy glue. It has very strong adhesive qualities and resistance to water, so it's perfect for this DIY. I use super glue to stick my little bumblebee on the mushroom. Isn't he cute? This is my succulent garden. I need to weed a bit, but the plants are looking healthy. Let's collect pretty ones. I try to pick ones already have roots on them, also relatively small ones, but I want a variety of size, shape and color so they will complement the difference each other. Okay, time to move on to the pots. I prepared those two pots. This is for Maya. I think it will suit for the fairy tale forest theme. And this is for Joanne. I chose a slim pot so that she can put on the windowsill in her kitchen. First, I fill my pebbles about 1/3 to halfway up into the pot. Succulents love well-drained soil, and the pebbles prevent the soil to get too soggy in the pot. Top up the rest with succulent potting mix. And spray water just lightly on the surface. I'd better organize my succulents on the big tray first to make it easier to see what I've got here. I want to put this lighthouse ornament here and want it to look like a hill. I'm gonna lay some soil around it to hold it in place. I'm using my tweezers to place the root of succulent into the soil. I can always add more soil as I want. Also, I want to make a little path on the hill, wider at the front and narrower at the back for the extra perspective. There is no definite rule of how you arrange the pot, but I think it's easier to set the focal point first and working from there. Obviously, in this case, the focal point is a lighthouse. As I want to make a scenery in this pot, I'm gonna put larger and taller succulents at the back and smaller ones at the front so that it creates illusional depth there. I'm filling my bead sand on the path. As the final touch, I'm gonna twirl this air plant called the Spanish moss around the lighthouse. It looks so beachy. I'm pretty happy with this spot. Next one is for Maya. Looking at this cat, honestly, I think it looks a bit scary. Now I wanna change the eyes. Maybe I should change it to something like Balinese wooden cat style. Yeah, I think it looks better. Basically, I'm using the same technique to arrange this pot. I like to use this pretty succulent called Ruby Necklace to give a bit of accent to the pot. I made a little path on this pot as well, so that it would look like the cat found the way home. Hope it can bring Maya some comfort in her heartache. Okay, my project is done. What do you think, guys? I think personalized succulent pots will make great gifts. They last longer than flowers and they are made with love and they look so special. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Love you all. See you soon.